You're listening to the Business and Life Conversations podcast with Angela Henderson, episode 175. Hey there, you're listening to the Business and Life Conversations podcast. My name is Angela Henderson, and on this show, we talk about improving your business, life, or both by having amazing and rich conversations with brilliant guests who will inspire you and who will give you tips and tricks to help you grow both in life and in business. Well, hey there, and welcome back to another awesome episode of the Business and Life Conversations podcast. I'm your host, Ange, from Angela Henderson Consulting, where I'm an international award-winning business consultant and coach who has helped thousands of amazing women business owners to get all the pieces in place to have consistent 4- and 5-figure months and then on to 6- and 7+ figure years without burning out in the process. Today, it's a solo episode with just you and I hanging out, chatting about 9 simple steps to take before you launch a new service or product, helping you to save time, energy, and money. You see, ideas aren't something that most of us women in business are in need of. In fact, for me personally, I literally have 3 new business ideas on any given day that I want to put out to the world. However, I've had to work hard at understanding and coming up with a process that will allow me to validate if this is a good or bad idea before I proceed. What I'm going to share with you today, I feel is going to help you. It's not only I know it is going to help you save energy, time, and money before just throwing spaghetti at a wall, because not every idea is a good idea. Let me repeat that. Not every idea is a good idea, and not every idea should be treated equal. I know, gasp. When I work with my different clients, regardless if it's my one-on-one clients, my mastermind clients, or my 12-month accelerator clients, and set our profit pillars, I get them to walk through exactly what I'm going to share with you today. My 9 simple steps to take before you launch a new service or product, helping you to save time, energy, and money. So let's jump in. Step number 1, start by asking yourself why. Why are you truly wanting to take this idea that you have and put it out to the world? If you don't understand the why, you're going to be raveled right from the beginning. Understanding your why is so imperative. So with my new program, Everyday Payday, helping women in business through my 4-week accelerator program, Make Every Day a Payday, I started off by asking myself, why am I doing this? And why I wanted to do this is that I know through my data, when I do my discovery calls, when I see people inside my Facebook community, etc., that the number one thing that they say they struggle with is strategy. And the close second is sales. I need more sales. I need more sales. So I wanted to be able to create a new product that was going to help with a micro learning through my 4-week accelerator program, women in business to excel and to be making every day a payday. Also, part of that why is I want to get more wealth into the hands of women. And I know that with this program, that can happen. And lastly, the other thing is the reason why I was creating my new 4-week accelerator program, Everyday Payday, was that I wanted to create an item, an offering that all women can access. It's a lower end product, $497, versus when you start working with me one-on-one, it starts at $12,000. Those are the 3 core reasons why I wanted to develop Everyday Payday. Step 2. Does this new idea or product light you up? Are you smiling so much that your cheeks hurt? If so, proceed to step 3, which is, do you genuinely feel excited about this new idea, product, service that you want to put out to the world? I mean, are you fist pumping the air like I was? I was also so excited I could barely sleep at night when the idea came. My energy inside of me was just absolutely just tingling, you could say, right? It really needs to light you up. In step 3, it genuinely has to equally excite you. If not, stop, my friends. Which leads me to step 4. Are you in alignment with this new idea that you have that you want to put out to the world? Or are you chasing the dollar bills? I can't tell you how many times people have said, Ange, go create this PDF, Ange, create this new course, Ange, do this. And I was like, I refuse to do it. It doesn't light me up. I'm not excited about it. And though I know I could increase my newsletter list, I know I could bring in more money. The thing is I was not in alignment with it. So I'm not going to show up to those particular calls with energy. I'm not going to market that new service and offering with energy. And I'm going to screw myself from the beginning. So with step 2, it's going to light you up. Step 3, you have to be excited. But step 4, it has to be an alignment. And you will feel it in your bones, within your heart, within your gut. If you genuinely are in alignment with it, or are you just trying to chase the dollar because that's what you've seen someone else do? If and only if you understand why you're doing this, it lights you up, it brings you joy, and is truly in alignment, do you proceed to step 5? Which is step 5. I want you to then ask yourself, what is the goal of creating this new offer? Is it increased revenue? Is it that you want to build a partnership or collaboration with someone? Is it increasing your visibility, your brand awareness, more clients, growing your email list? Like, what is your goal by putting this out into the world? Because if you don't understand your goal, then it's going to be very hard to be able to tie in when we get to a couple steps down the road. So understand, what is the goal of you creating this? Step 6, it's time to think about your audience. And this is crucial. Now, I also need you to stay with me because there's a couple sub-steps underneath this primary step number 6, but audience is crucial. I need you to start off by asking yourself, is what you're about to create and put out into the world something that your audience truly, truly wants? Are they asking you for this particular thing that you're about to create by emails, DMs, PMs? Do you see on different social media platforms other women asking for this? Another great clue when you know it's time to create something new is that you keep repeating yourself over and over, either on discovery calls, in your group, one-to-ones, on podcasts, etc. So really think about your audience. So often I see people creating things because that's what they think they need, or that's what they want to give to their people. But the reality is your people aren't going to buy unless there's a problem that you are solving and that they need this. Also, on the topic of audience, do you have a big enough audience to convert and get an ROI for whatever it is you are about to create and put out to the world? I want you to currently look at your overall audience. Now, this isn't just email. This is about how many people do you have following you on socials, emails, Facebook groups, your podcast downloads, YouTube channel, etc. Because though I know that this is going to be a rough number, but let's just say you want to create a course. Typically, quote unquote, standard industry for people buying a course is 1% conversion. So if you want to get 10 people into your new course or offer that you're putting out to the world, you're going to need 1,000 people in your audience for this to convert to 10 people. But, and there's always a but, another thing to consider with your audience right now is the majority of your audience a cold audience, a warm audience, or a hot audience. A cold audience is someone who's just come into your world. A warm audience is they've been there for a little while, and a hot audience is they've already given you and bought something from you. Because depending on where your client sits currently within your ecosystem will also depend on whether or not they're going to buy this new thing from you. And also, another consideration that when you think about your audience is how much is this new thing that you're putting out to the world going to cost? You see, if it's a cold audience and they aren't ready to buy yet, and it's a high ticket item, then you're probably not going to get the conversion. But if they're a warm or hot audience and they've been in your ecosystem for a while, you've got a higher chance of converting. So as you can see, step 6 isn't just a straight, forward cookie cutter. There's things that we need to consider when creating something new, a new offer, a new, product, etc., to put out into the world. Audience is going to be key at understanding this and whether or not this is going to take off. Step 7. Now, this is where I need you to get your pen, paper, calculator out and start drawing, brain dumping, etc. Because this is where we need to look at how much time, energy, and money is required for you to get up this new offer, service, etc. running, but also then once it's up and going, how long and how much time and energy is it going to take you to deliver this on a monthly basis, daily basis, etc. And what will your return on investment be? there is a bunch of different ways that you can tackle this. Again, and that's why I love pen and paper and calculators, is just understanding how long is it going to take you to make this new particular product and get it up online and get it marketing and get it out there. You then might also look at, like, again, that delivery. If you're delivering a new program, how much one-on-one time do you have to deliver? How much group time do you have to deliver? How much time within a Facebook group do you have to deliver? All of this time is important, because the more time you put into something, the less profit margin you have, quote unquote, right? So really get out there and truly look at the nuts and bolts about this. I've created this amazing new income calculator that my paid clients have been using, and it has been absolutely game changer. Why? Because data doesn't lie. When they start working with me, I have them start putting in how much their programs currently cost, new things that they want to do, and all of these things we take in consideration, and it just plugs out this beautiful number at the end. And they're like, oh my goodness, my return on investment per hour is only going to be $37. Whereas if my other program is $1,000 per hour, I'm better off doing that engine, getting rid of it, the other one, right? So there's all of these things, but it is so important for you to put pen and paper out and start looking at time, energy, and money to not only get it set up, but also to deliver it once it is live, and understanding what is that return on investment, because we are not here to do this stuff for shits and giggles, right? For example, I had a client come to me with a new service offering. She was going to be charging $1,000 for this new service. So she's like, yes, $1,000. But when we actually started to go through this exercise and she saw how many hours it was going to take, she started to see it was no longer $1,000 per hour. It worked out to about $200 per hour, which was still, let's be honest, a great return on investment. But compared to other things that she had within her ecosystem to offer other women, it was not. And so therefore, she decided not to go ahead. So really take some time to nut out this step number 7. Step number 8. I need you to, again, be honest with yourself, but ask yourself this: is there anything else you can do right now that would allow you with ease? Yes, business can be easy to get to your goals faster, less stress, and with the same outcome. I'll give you an example. When COVID came last year, a client of mine had to cancel her international live events. She had a ton of different ideas, but in the middle, I guess, she had all these different ideas that she could start doing to replace her income from the revenue. But we were also in the middle of lockdown and things were stressful and she didn't have a lot of energy. So what we did is we created a $27 slow funnel with a front end offer, a upsell, and a one-time offer. And we decided it was best for her and her energy and resources to put ads behind it. And I can tell you now that as of time of recording, she's updated me that we've now cleared over $1.5 million off of that $27 product. So this is an example that when we start looking at all the things she could do, plus looking at her bandwidth and her energy and her time, it was best to create this offer, put ads behind it. That meant she was no longer in the doing of it, and it was just all automated, and it worked for her. So really look at and understand, is this new idea the right one that will get you there faster? And if it isn't, then maybe go back to the drawing board, right? Because again, it's okay to, I guess, let go of this idea now versus putting all this time, energy, and money into it. So again, really asking yourself, is there anything else you could do right now that would allow you with ease to get to your goals faster, less stressful, and with the same outcome? Step number 9. Now, this is where the gold is at. If you've gotten to this step and you're like, fuck yes, I'm in, I'm going to make this new idea come to life. One of the things that I learned years ago from a man called Chris Ducker was that you can put out your new offer to your audience before you even build it. Yes, that's right. Before you even build it, you can put it out there via email, socials, and ask people to pay you right now. You don't need a fancy sales page. You don't need copy yet. But if you put it out there and people start throwing money at you, then you build it. And then the next time you launch it, you then create the sales page and the copy, etc. I have a client inside of my 12-month accelerator program, Profit Pillars, who created this amazing new offering. We walked through all of these steps, and then she put it out there to her Instagram community. She put it out to her email list, and we sold out of all 20 spots without a sales page and without a copy. She created something that it lit her up. It brought her excitement. It was the best thing to do right now. It was exactly what her client needed, right? It had all of these things as we walked through the steps, and she executed it. So again, you don't have to have all the bells and whistles. In fact, I encourage you just to get it out there. And again, if people start giving you your credit card, you then build it. All right. So that, my friend, is my 9 simple steps to take before you launch a new service or product. Right? Step 1, I just want to recap for all of us that are out there right now. Step 1, start asking yourself why. Step 2, ask yourself, does this new thing light you up? Step 3, do you generally feel excited about it? Step 4, are you in alignment with this new idea? Step 5, ask yourself, what is the goal of creating this new offer? Step 6, taking time to really look at your audience and make sure that this is what your audience needs, but at the same time, making sure you've got a big enough audience that they're going to buy from you when you put it out to the world. Step 7, getting your pen and paper and truly thinking about how much time, energy, and money it's going to be required of you to not only get it up, but to make sure you can execute it. Step 8, asking yourself, is there anything else you could do right now instead that is still going to allow you with ease to get your goals faster, less stressful, and with the same outcome? And step 9, just simply getting it out to the world and making them an offer, right? That is irresistible. So again, I hope you found this episode super helpful and insightful. And I know these 9 steps means you have to take some time out of your busy world, but I promise you that by doing this exercise now, it's going to help you save time, energy, and money. And if you feel stuck at the moment in your business and you would like to get some clarity to help you move from stuck to unstuck, you would like to help getting a strategic plan in place and knowing what to focus on now that will move you the quickest, or anything else business related, let's connect. I work with women all around the world like yourself to get all the pieces in place to help them make 4- and 5-figure months, and then on to 6- and 7-figure years without burning out in the process. Simply head to angelahenderson.com.au, click on my Work With Me page, and then the pink button that says Book a Call. And before we sign off, my team and I will be putting together the show notes for this episode over at angelahenderson.com.au. Have a fabulous day, you amazing human, and I look forward to you joining me next week for another awesome episode of the Business and Life Conversations podcast. Have an awesome day. Thanks for listening to the Business and Life Conversations podcast with Angela Henderson. www.angelahenderson.com.au